The hidden trauma society won't talk about.
Not because they don't exist, but because acknowledging them means facing an ugly truth. It happens everywhere, in every culture, behind closed doors. And most people don't want to admit how common it is. But ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. In fact, it does the opposite. It gives abusers more power while victims suffer in silence. So why does society resist acknowledging child SA? How does it affect survivors mentally, emotionally, and physically? And how does it bury itself deep inside the mind, shaping everything that follows? Let's break it down.
Why society ignores child SA.
Denial is easier than facing the truth. Most people don't want to believe that children are being harmed, especially within families, so they pretend it's rare, or worse, they look the other way. It challenges the illusion of a safe world. People want to believe that home is safe, family is trustworthy, and authority figures protect. Acknowledging abuse destroys that illusion. Many abusers are in positions of power. From religious institutions to schools to homes, abusers are often respected members of society. Calling them out means questioning the very system people rely on. Victim blaming is easier than accountability. Survivors are often met with,
"Are you sure?
Maybe
That
you
happened.
misunderstood.
It wasn't that bad.
the result, silence. And silence is the greatest weapon of abusers.
How childhood SA gets stored in the brain.
Childhood trauma is not just a memory, it's an experience that rewires the brain. The amygdala, the fear center. In survivors, the amygdala, which controls fear, becomes overactive. This leads to constant hypervigilance, anxiety, and difficulty trusting others. The hippocampus, memory storage. Trauma often gets stored as fragments, making it hard for survivors to recall events clearly. This is why some suppress memories or struggle with unexplained emotional triggers. The prefrontal cortex, decision-making and regulation. Childhood trauma weakens this area, leading to impulse control issues, emotional dysregulation, and difficulty forming healthy relationships. What does this mean? Trauma survivors don't just remember abuse, it's wired into their biology.
The lifelong impact.
Emotional and psychological issues, chronic anxiety and depression, PTSD and dissociation, low self-worth and guilt, self-destruction patterns, addiction, substance abuse, self-harm, toxic relationships, attracting narcissists, abusers, people-pleasing, and fear of rejection. Physical health consequences, autoimmune system diseases, trauma weakens the immune system. Chronic pain disorders, trauma doesn't stay in the past. It follows you until you face it.
How to begin healing.
If you or someone you know has survived abuse, healing is possible. Therapy and trauma work, EMDR, somatic therapy, inner child healing, reclaim your narrative. You are not what happened to you. Cut out toxic people. If someone downplays your trauma, they are not your people. Rebuild trust in yourself. The most powerful revenge, living well and healing fully.
Verbatim takeaway.
Society may ignore it, but we won't. Not a dark secret. It is a reality. Ignoring it doesn't erase it. Speaking up does. Healing is not about forgetting. It's about rewriting the script. And if this is your too much story or someone you know, remember, silence is the weapon of abusers. Your voice is the antidote. So when you're ready to rewrite the rules, we'll be here listening verbatim.